Welcome to White Rice, Brown Rice. Let's dig into the flavorful mix of interracial relationships. From cultural quirks to family dynamics, we're serving up fresh perspectives on love, laughter, and all things Asian Caucasian. So grab your chopsticks and forks because it's time to mix it up.
What do I say?
Chinese New Year. Go like this. You take it from my hand, and then I say like a blessing. I'll try to say it in English. May you prosper in life and hope this year is the best year and that you make good decisions and good choices. And may the ancestors look over you and ensure your well-being and safety. And then
And also with you. That's all I want to say.
And then
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So today we're talking about Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year. It's not just Chinese anymore, right?
Well, Lunar New Year celebrated across, I feel, all the Asians.
Right.
And we call it Chinese New Year, but my family traditions are very different from, like, if you search up on the internet what Chinese New Year's is, it's different. I think each family and each culture
Does it
celebrates
different, right?
differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the original Chinese New Year, though, is a couple weeks long.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously what we celebrate here and maybe in some other Asian countries, it's a day.
Yes. My mom has said that she used to celebrate it longer, but she says, I'm old now. I can only do one day.
Well, and I think traditionally too, maybe the reason it's so long is people used to go back home.
Right.
So it's like an actual celebration, homecoming, right?
Yeah.
But we celebrate Chinese New Year here on the one day. It's coming up,
Mhm.
right? By the time you hear this episode, it will have happened a couple days ago. And I think what I'd like to kind of talk about today first is, as a white person, what I should know if I'm in an Asian family or entering into an Asian family, like how should I interact? What's expected of me? Like, what should I know going into it?
Right.
So we can be, prepared
We'll be
and
ready.
not make fool of ourselves.
Be ready to have like a table of offerings of food and items that are offered to your ancestors. And one big no-no is walking up to the table and taking the fruit or the grape or the meat or whatever is being offered. Don't touch that.
Don't eat off that
That
plate.
is not for you.
Got it.
That is for the ancestors.
Okay.
You may eat it afterwards, after the offering is given. But do not touch it beforehand.
I don't know that. I think you just scared me away from that plate altogether.
Yeah,
I'm not touching that
Yeah,
plate.
the spirits have to eat it first.
So I know that there's a lot of symbolism in the food,
Yes.
right? But can I just tell you the one thing that freaked me out as a white person entering into Chinese New Year? So a big symbol of Chinese New Year is oranges or tangerines, right?
Yeah.
And it's my understanding that the reason orange is important is because the Chinese word sounds very similar to money or success or something, right? You don't know because you don't speak Chinese. But like, we're going with it.
Yeah.
So what freaked me out was, okay, Chinese New Year, there's fresh fruit. And then my in-laws, they even had a restaurant when I first met King. So they would have tangerines all over the place, like at the Buddha statues, at certain entryways, like the good luck is always around, right? Which totally fine. But then they never took them away. Like they keep them up all year long. So what inevitably happens is the tangerines go from like these orange, delicious looking pieces of fruit to like shriveled, brownish, blackish, dehydrated, rotten fruit.
Right.
And they keep it there till the next New Year.
I feel like perhaps in your in-laws' case, it's because they worked a lot and they just didn't change
I
them.
don't think so. Because they left them at the restaurant. And that's what freaked me out. because
Well,
I'm
they
like,
don't eat them.
no,
Yeah.
and it's not like by the food, right? But still, what's that molded, not molded, but like dehydrated black bleh thing? And
We've never kept ours that long.
how long do you keep yours?
My mom has I don't want to say a shrine, but like a shrine
Right.
set up probably for a month. And she'll either eat the oranges before they go bad or,
Okay.
yeah, she never,
So maybe it is just my in-laws.
yeah.
I'd be interested in finding out what other Chinese people do, but
I've left mine for over 2 months, and it wasn't because it was like a tradition. It was
it's 'cause
because
your
I
place is hot.
forgot that they were out there in front of my dad. I'm like, sorry, Dad, you don't want these.
Right.
You know,
So I'll have to
so
like dig into that more.
ask them.
I should. But I think it's they just let it go. Because they're even at their house. It's not
Yeah.
just and now that they're retired, it's still a thing.
Yeah.
What are some other things that are very traditional Chinese New Year customs?
A whole pig, getting
Right.
an entire pig, and chickens with the head and everything. It's just steamed. It's not like a fried chicken,
Mhm.
it's a steamed chicken with like yellow. It's beautiful. It's this big and it has the head and it sits up and it kind of just perches
Looks at
like
you
this.
saying Happy New Year.
Eat me. You know.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I think we've
that's
had
in
duck
ours.
too.
Yeah,
It's just like a big meal, right?
just a big meal.
Like Thanksgiving
All the
style,
offerings.
right?
Yeah. And
Okay.
then you do like portion plates. So you have like the offering where they have the incense. You have to burn incense and
Mhm.
there's a tea pouring. So you give your prayers and then you pour the tea and you do your incense and you pray to your ancestors for prosperity in your life to come.
Okay.
We did that yesterday. So in my family, there's 7 of us.
Mm.
So it starts with my mom goes first, does her offering, then my brother. It goes in, chronological age.
Does do you think all Lunar New Year celebrations are all about the ancestors? Because I'm
Yes.
thinking like dragon dancing, the Lantern Festival. That seems a little bit more
I think
celebratory.
the focus is giving the offerings to the ancestors, and everything that everybody does differently is the extra celebration of a new year, a prosperous year,
Got it.
and everybody celebrates differently. We played
Yeah.
cards.
Okay. That's fun. Your family likes cards though.
Yeah.
Big
So
gamblers,
that's
right?
we sat around and played cards. My mom started with a quarter bet and she's like,
Mm.
"Oh, too little, 50 cent now." So now we're playing with 50 and then finally she got to $1. She's like, "This too slow. Play more money. Put more money."
Okay.
And that's her thing.
Yeah.
So
Well, she likes to gamble. She's a
she was
casino
prosperous.
goer.
She
Yeah.
won like $20.
Oh my gosh. Well, good for her. Starting the new year right. Yeah, this is the year of the snake. It's supposed to be, I was reading up, it's supposed to be a prosperous year,
Yes.
specifically for certain zodiac signs. So, what Chinese zodiac sign are you?
Oh, mine is so complicated.
Yeah, well, lay it on me. What is it?
Okay. So if I go by my birth certificate, not certificate, I don't have one of those.
Right.
If I go by what I came to Canada as, it's 1979. So Chinese zodiac goes by a 12-year calendar. If it's 79, it'd be a goat. Yes. Goat, ram, ox. It's like all the three is the same.
Okay.
However, I actually don't match the goat description at all.
Because what is the goat description?
I believe shy is in there.
Right. So, I'm a dog. I know I'm a dog because I know when I was born. So, I'm a dog. I know I'm a dog. Absolutely a dog. Plus, I match the dog sign.
Right.
Friendly, kind, loyal. Like, that's me to a T, right? So you were
Shy.
saying
Goats are cautious and think things through before acting.
none of
That's
that
not
is you.
true. Like
Right.
sensitive,
Nope. What else?
stable,
No.
creative or imaginative,
Okay.
a little bit. Good listeners. I can be a decent listener. I don't know if I'm a really good listener. So they're a symbol of gentleness, kindness, and peace. I don't think if you said describe
Not
Sopan in 3
never.
words,
Never would any of those words.
gentleness,
No.
kindness, and
No.
peace
Never would
is
any of
not
those words come out of my mouth.
right. So my mom has told me, we've had this conversation many times trying to figure out when I was born. And they my mom and dad both agreed that I was born 1 month before the Vietnamese invaded.
Okay.
The Vietnamese invaded Cambodia in December of 1978, which would make it November
78.
78.
Right.
So
And so when you came, though, as a refugee, just, I know this, but maybe not everybody does. They just created a birthday.
Yeah.
They're like, April 4th sounds good. Let's do that.
79?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's write that down.
Yeah.
So they just made it
They
up,
make it- yeah.
literally made it up based off of like nothing.
Nothing.
No,
No.
whatever they wanted to do.
My mom's birthday, she's actually 4 years older than what her legal documents say she
Because
is.
she wanted to be younger, or she just didn't know the year.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know the details.
Got it. Right. So they have this idea of when you were born,
Correct.
but they made up a birth date. So your zodiac sign is total bullshit.
Yes.
But we think you are now a 78 baby,
78,
so
which
you
would
would be a
horse.
horse.
Which
is-
says people born in the year of the horse are energetic, independent, and popular. Energetic, independent, popular,
Yes, yes, yes,
kind, and passionate.
yes. You're a horse.
I think that fits me way better.
Way
than a
better.
goat.
Well, and weren't you saying like a goat and a dog are like
Do
mortal
not get
enemies?
along. Yeah, they said do not. That was not a relationship to have. So if I was
Okay.
a goat, we wouldn't be
We wouldn't be friends.
friends.
Or we'd be breaking every Chinese rule ever made.
Negative traits of a horse, which is so true: impulsive,
100%.
quick-tempered,
100%.
overconfident. They can be overconfident, reckless, and impatient.
127%. You're a
I'll be like,
horse.
yeah, I can just skydive. I've never,
Right.
like,
I can be a skydiving
I
teacher.
could be an instructor. Just let me try
What you
it.
gotta do? Just strap it on and pull the cord. I got that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yes, that's
Come on,
me.
everybody. Let's all do it
Let's try.
together. And this is why,
Yeah.
okay, you are 100% all of that because
Yeah.
this is why I'm able to just, anytime you say, hey, Amanda, you want? No. Like up until we became friends, I could not say no to people. I was like a people pleaser type because I'm a dog. Oh, be my friend. Like, I'm so friendly, whatever you want. Loyal, right?
Yeah.
Until you came along. And at first, I was my typical dog self. And I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah, exciting. Love it. And then life taught me very quickly to just say no.
Yeah.
It was like a 80s drug campaign all the time in my head. You'd be like, hey, you want it? No. I don't even care what you're telling me. You want to go for coffee? No. You want to go skydiving? No.
Well,
like-
because I feel like because of our relationship, you knew that you can say no to me. I'm going to
yeah.
ask you again tomorrow.
Sure. And I also know that a coffee is not just a coffee. A coffee is going to turn into skydiving. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I just have to hard no all the time. I think the podcast was the only thing we finally said, like, yeah, let's do it. And
do
even
this.
that, you're like, oh, I know how to podcast. I can do this. Like, da, da, da. I'm like, you don't know shit, dude. But here we are,
Here we are.
podcasting it up.
Look at what
So
we
yeah.
do know.
We do know. We're learning. I mean,
learning.
it's getting better, I think,
Yeah.
week after week, hopefully, for our listeners.
So what's your Chinese zodiac? You
It's
said
dog.
It's a dog.
Yeah.
What are the traits of a dog?
Fun, loyal. Loyal's a big one. Kind, like gentle. Anything you think about, like a golden retriever,
Yeah.
that would basically be me.
Okay.
And I have one of my daughters is a dog, and we're very similar in a lot of those ways.
Right.
Right. Like we can see those traits play out in one another. So, you can count on me. I'm going to be there, which I think is very true
Yeah.
about me. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
don't
would
know what the
say.
negative qualities are. I don't know. You still got that list?
Mm-hmm.
I only know what's on like a Chinese placemat.
Yeah.
they
the
say
restaurant.
about. Right. You're right.
Let's see. Loyal, protective, hardworking, honest, compassionate, sense of justice.
Mm-hmm.
So dogs are compatible with horse, tiger, and rabbit.
Yeah.
Ooh, colors are red and pink. Let me see.
My favorite color is red.
Weaknesses.
King is a horse too. He's got a weird birthday, but I think he's a horse.
It says, what are the weaknesses? Most women under the sign are appealing but lack stability. They can be cold emotionally and sometimes distant at parties. They find
Uh-huh.
fault with many things and are noted for their sharp tongues.
Maybe not. Sometimes, but people think I'm a cold bitch when they first meet me. That could be true. I think that's a protective measure of mine, not necessarily a zodiac trait.
Right.
But people, my whole life, I kid you not, people are like, once they get to know me a little bit, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, you are so nice and funny. I thought you were the biggest bitch."
I think you're standoffish at first only because you're like, I don't know you.
Right,
I
because
need to get to know you first.
yes,
Yes. And that's
before
where
I let
we've
you
had this
see me.
conversation.
Yeah.
before.
You can't see me until I'm ready for you to see
Correct.
me.
Yeah.
So, I think that's like a protective measure I probably
Yeah.
developed over the years, but
Yeah.
not necessarily a zodiac sign, but it fits.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, you're definitely a horse though.
Yeah. I think I'm a horse.
But
too.
then the year of the snake. So, all the snakes out there, like what's the snake about?
Snake this year, it's going to be exciting, I feel like.
It's supposed to be super prosperous. So, money, 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 fortune, fortune. Successful podcast. We're going to hit the roof.
2025. The year emphasizes wisdom, strategy, and growth, aligning with the characteristic traits of these signs. So actually, dragon, ox, snake, rooster, and monkey are going to be pretty great for the snake. 2025 could bring breakthroughs, especially for snakes who are diligent and strategic in their approach. Long-term financial prospects appear strong, but it's wise to avoid high-risk investments in favor of steady, stable gains.
Oh, cool.
So do a compound interest Roth IRA and don't go buy a Lamborghini.
No, you're right. Or don't like
Done.
bet at all. Stock market. Got it.
No Lamborghinis this year.
Got it. I wasn't
Roth
planning it.
IRAs only.
Perfect. That's good. So what does a snake symbolize though? For like people born, you're the snake.
So they are cautious,
Mm-hmm.
introspective, intelligent, tenacious, and magnetic.
Now you said Rich is a snake.
Mm-hmm.
Read that back. Do we think that's him?
Yes.
Introspective.
People born in the year of the snake are calm and represent introspection. He has his moments.
Okay.
It takes him a minute though, but he will reflect. I think for Rich, sometimes he's a little more reactive because he's actually not listening to what is being said until he actually hears what's said. Then he's like, "Oh, that's what you said.
Oh,
I thought you said this."
got it.
Like, no,
Didn't
I
you?
said close the door, not open it. Like it
Yeah. Okay.
completely. But no, for a man, he's actually gotten much better at being
Introspective. Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think that's a good
Give
trait
him
for
props,
anybody.
yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't
He's
guess that
grown.
about him right from the get-go though.
No, I'm surprised he's very like his feelings get so hurt all the time.
Sensitive.
Yeah. I'm surprised sensitive isn't on here.
Maybe. Maybe it's part of it.
He's less likely to be impulsive. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sensitive should be on here because he's definitely very sensitive. But maybe it's because I'm not overly sensitive that I see him as very sensitive.
Yeah. No, he is very sensitive
He is.
though. Yeah. I would say he's very sensitive.
I think, and I want, like, for me, sometimes I miss things like social cues of sensitivity. It literally just goes over my head. And then someone will say, "Did you see how that person, that was kind of rude to so and so?" And like, giving me some context of like,
Mhm.
I didn't notice that at all.
I was literally just having this conversation with King about how maybe it's the dog in me, but of how hyper aware I am of things.
Yeah.
And I don't miss it. I'm probably the one telling you, like,
Yeah.
whoa,
You do
don't-
tell me something. Yeah. I'm like,
like you just,
I
do you
see
realize
it.
you just did that? And I want to be a person like you that just is like, I don't know, living in a cloud, not aware, because it's exhausting to be aware. I will tell you, anyone who's listening that is also a hyper aware person, it's freaking exhausting and it's something you can't turn off.
right.
Like, I want to turn it off. That's why I'm the girl like scoping it all out first, because I'm so overly aware of people's body language, tone of voice, all of that, that like it can be a buzzkill straight from the get-go.
Yeah, that does sound exhausting.
It is exhausting. So if I'm in a new situation with new people and you're not aware and you're sending me signals which are probably totally misguided because you're just like la da da, I'm freaking out on the inside. So it creates this level of like social anxiety. I don't necessarily have social anxiety, but
Right.
because I'm aware of it, I'm thinking about all the things like, okay, what is up with this person? What they don't, what? And it's super exhausting.
Yeah, and I don't think about that kind of stuff.
No, I see. I want to, like, what was that? Where they zapped and they switched people? What movie was that? I don't know. But I want to do that.
Men in
with you.
Black.
No, it was like Freaky Friday.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. Freaking Friday. It's not Men in Black.
No, not even close.
King and I are similar that way, where like people will tell me, "Did you notice this, that?" I'm like, "Not at all." Was I supposed to? Like,
I
that
wanna
was
see-
awkward. I'm like, what was awkward? I had a great time. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. I want to beat
Yeah.
you.
I don't have that ability.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Freaky
laughing.
Friday, Men in Black, hit, whatever. So, is there anything else, like as a white person, you provided me with a red envelope?
Yes.
Tell me about that. What do I do with red envelope?
So the red envelope is a symbol of good luck and prosperity and to start off your future for the new year. It's usually a certain amount of money. We usually do in our family for kids. Each child gets a red envelope. My kids all got one yesterday from grandma, from my mom, and they did that. She gives them the blessing, gives them their red envelope. Whenever we get a red envelope from my family or red envelopes in general, I save them all. I don't spend them.
Mhm.
Because it's to me, I don't know if this is the Chinese or Cambodian thing, but to me, it symbolizes financial prosperity. So I don't spend the money in there until
Like you'll never be poor this year,
Yeah.
as long as you have
yeah,
these.
you have the red envelope.
Yeah, King does the same thing.
Yeah.
We have so many $2 bills. Like, is that a thing or is it just a thing in King's
It's
family?
just a king family.
Because, oh my gosh, they love giving $2 bills in red envelopes. Then it's like, you don't spend the $2 bills. So we just have a stack of $2 bills.
You're not supposed to. It's supposed to be.
Okay.
I found a red envelope from when he was 1.
So your son's first birthday, you got a red
Yeah,
envelope.
I was like, oh,
Is there money in there?
yeah, of course there's money in there.
Oh my gosh, you with your money. Like,
Hiding money in different spots. I know. It's a thing.
if you ever go on vacation, I'm doing a little scavenger hunt around your
You
house.
find cash.
Yeah.
I just found from Portugal a little baggie that had a couple hundred US in there and then some euros.
Oh my gosh.
And guess what I did with it?
You put it back in the
I
same
put it back
spot.
in there and I put it back in the drawer, in the random drawer that I forgot I even had it in.
I
So
don't
for
know.
next time when I need a couple $100,
You won't remember it's
right
there.
but I'll find it when I least expect it. It'll be such a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see?
So don't touch the food. That's for the ancestors.
Okay. Bring red envelopes
Bring red envelopes. Yeah.
for kids.
For kids.
Not for everybody.
In my family, we give one to my mom as well.
Okay.
I don't know if it's everybody.
If I was passing them out to everybody, it would be fine. Better to have too many
You
than
can't
too
pass
few.
it out. The kids.
Oh, yeah,
have
I know.
to
You got
come
to do
up
the
and
thing. You got to do that, but better to have too much than too little. That's what I'm
Correct.
saying. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. Don't touch the
Don't touch
food.
your food
We're gonna have a new phobia.
before the offering is made. You can touch it
Okay.
after the offering.
Okay.
Don't go picking a grape off the table though. That'd
Got
be
it.
like you ate before the ancestors.
Okay.
Don't do that.
And don't ick the food with the faces on it.
Yeah. There'll be heads and ears
Mm-hmm.
and balls all attached. It's all there. Crispy,
Amazing.
though. They're crispy, so it's good.
Crispy balls.
Yes.
Okay. Crispy pig balls. Got it. Who gets those? I know the cheek is like
There's no
the
balls.
delicacy.
I think they cut it like straight off the bottom and they fillet it flat.
Oh damn! I thought there was
The
really
tail
balls.
is there though. The tail's cute. You can see the
Oh,
tail. It's
okay.
crispy. You can just break. Yeah.
And eat it.
Oh heck yeah!
Oh yeah.
It's
okay.
crunchy.
I'm gonna leave that for the elders. You can have the tail. Then anything else? Do you do? Yeah, you don't do like dragon dancing or anything.
We don't do any of that. No, we do. There's like a fake money burning, so that you can buy the fake gold bills at the Chinese store.
Okay.
And what my mom will do is bring it outside and we burn it out on the patio. And that's an offering of money to the ancestors.
Okay.
We do that. That's it.
And then you have
Very
fun and you
simple.
eat.
And then we eat
Okay.
and then we play cards
Cool.
till like 12:30 at night.
That's fun though.
Yeah, it was fun. My mom was so happy. She was, yay, I get to
That's
play
good.
cards with my family. So
That's
she
sweet.
had a good New Year's. We all
Good.
did. Yeah.
Good.
What does King's family do?
So it's been not really a formal thing because they were always working.
Right.
I think when King was younger, they used to go and celebrate with a big group. But when I entered the picture, they didn't because they were working. And so they'd have a special menu at the restaurant. And then, like, that was it. Recently, though, I mean, we started having Chinese New
I
Year
know.
dinner together. So then his parents would join and, things like that. But we've had a dinner here and there, but it's really just like, yeah, eating a lot of food, red envelopes. That's about it.
So according to my mom, it's the oldest child that's supposed to host,
Oh, okay.
which has happened a couple times in our family, but it's been either me or my mom now. I have taken on that role,
And you're the youngest. So look
and
at
I'm
you.
the youngest.
It's very horse of you. Well, so the oldest sister lives in Philadelphia. She's not hosting anything. She probably would. We just wouldn't come. Yeah, thanks.
Fly
not
to Philly
coming
for Chinese New Year.
Yeah, no. We did go once with her to New York. It was pretty cool because we were able to see. We went to Chinatown. It was crazy, but see the parade and the costumes and the dragon dancing. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Yeah.
But I think, like my mom said, as she got older, the celebration got shorter and shorter
Hmm.
because it's a lot of planning and a lot of cooking and a lot of clean. Like it's
Yeah.
a long celebration
Yeah.
if
2
you
weeks
do it
worth,
the right way.
Hmm.
So we just take what we like out of it and condense it into one night. That's it, which is
Easy peasy.
perfect.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Mm.
So prosperous year 2025. I
Let's
hope
hope
all
so.
you snakes out there become successful or stay successful and continue to make good choices.
It was fun mixing up with you today.
You too.
Yeah.
Cheers. Happy
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Chinese New Year. Do you know how to say it in Chinese?
Xing Li Kuai La. Something like that.
No.
It's pretty close. The girls know. I just kind of.
This is how I say it in Cambodian. Hi, Mom. Happy Chinese New Year. She goes, okay. Thank you, honey. That's it. That's how we say it. I have no idea how to say it in Cambodian.
Got it.
That's it.
Okay. So I could just say Happy New Year.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Happy Chinese New Year.
Happy- I
Not
won't
just
do it
New
with-
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's. The
Happy
Caucasian.
Chinese New Year.
There you go.
Okay. Or lunar, depending on what you choose.
Yeah. We say Chinese.
Got it. All right.
Ching ching.
Yeah. Hey, Inner Ice Pod. We had a blast mixing it up with you today. So use your chopstick or your fork and go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. Also, follow us on social media to stay up to date. We would love to hear from you. So send us an email sharing your interracial stories. See you next time.